So now let's talk about the average value of a function. If we have an integrable function on an interval a to b, the average value over this integral is given by 1 over b minus a times the integral from a to b of f of x dx. So let's do some examples where we actually find this. Say here, I want to find the average value of f of x equal to 2x squared plus 7 over the interval negative 3 to 2. So this means I have 1 over b minus a, which is 2 minus negative 3, so 2 plus 3, times the integral from negative 3 to 2 of 2x squared plus 7 dx. So this is now 1 over 5 times 2/3 x cubed plus 7x between negative 3 and 2. Evaluating this gives 1/5 times 2 over 3 times 2 cubed plus 7 times 2 minus 2 over 3 times negative 3 cubed plus 7 times negative 3. When we work this out, we get 35 over 3. So the average value is 35 over 3. Let's do another example. This time, I want to find the average value of f of x equal to x cubed minus 3 over the interval 0 to 2. So I have 1 over 2 minus 0 times the integral from 0 to 2 x cubed minus 3 dx. So this is 1/2 times 1/4 x to the 4th minus 3x, taken between 0 and 2. So that means I have 1/2 times 1 over 4 times 2 to the 4th minus 3 times 2 minus 1 over 4 x, or 0 to the 4th, minus 3 times 0. Evaluating this gives us an average value of -1. So the mean value theorem for integrals states that if we have a continuous function over the interval a to b, there is a point c on this interval such that f of c is equal to this average value. So not only can we find the average value, but the function actually hits the average value at some point. So this one, I want to actually find the points on this interval where the function is equal to its average value. So we already found that the average value was 35 over 3. So I want to find the x value such that this function is equal to 35 over 3. I'm going to start by subtracting 7 from both sides. That leaves me with 14 over 3 is equal to 2x squared. Dividing by 2 gives me that 7 over 3 is equal to x squared. And taking the square root of both sides gives me that x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 7 over 3. Since both the square root of 7 7 over 3 and negative square root of 7 over 3 are in this interval, these are both points on this interval where it's equal to the absolute value. Now let's consider this one. We found that the average value of this one was negative 1. So in this case, I have negative 1 equal to x cubed minus 3. If I add 3 to both sides, I get 2 is equal to x cubed. And taking the cube root of both sides gives me that x is equal to the cube root of 2. And it's important to note that this is actually on the interval 0 to 2.